everybody, how you doing? I haven't done a video in a while, and this one is my hair. This one is going to be a little bit different because I was reading, and I have a headache. For those of you who are old enough, remember the commercial? I have a headache, and it's got it this big, and it's got Excedrin written all over it. Yay! Okay, it's about how I feel. Um, it's a little bit different because I was reading in my Bible, and the it wasn't. I was reading Genesis. I was reading the creation story, and I got through there, and I saw some things, some differences that I had never noticed, and I just thought they were neat, and I kind of would like to, tell you about it. So, here goes. And the disclaimer in this is I am not a theologian. I am not a biblical scholar. I am not anywhere informed or I know muy poquito about the Bible. So I'm just telling you what I saw, not anything that is set in stone, concrete, anything that, I ain't trying to go to hell for leading somebody the wrong way. This is just what Shawnee thinks. And y'all know how Shawnee's mind is. So, with that grain of salt taken, so I was reading, where did I put it? I was reading in Genesis, right? We're talking about my Bible. Okay. It's worn out for a reason. That as I'm going through the creation story, I'm noticing that for some reason I thought that the seventh day was when he made man, but it wasn't really. He actually, I guess, formed him and put him into being on the seventh day, but he was created way back, way back, way back. Oh gosh, I just had it. It was way back. I'm gonna tell you in a minute. I'm gonna tell you in a minute. There's lights in there, and two great lights, and the waters and the whales, and okay. I'm gonna come back to that. Ooh, that she was eating. That was too far. That was too far. Let us make man in his own image. He made all the beasts and stuff. And then he was like, let us make man in our own image. And he made them, and he created them. He created them, he made them, and then he blessed them. Okay? But I was reading where he had like the thought of us was way before. But I will come back to that. So, as I'm reading, the first thing that I noticed was that as he's creating things, as he's speaking things into existence, there are certain things that he is like, he's calling them, he's naming them. They have names. And specifically, he called the light day. He called the night. He called the darkness night. He called the firmament above heaven. Now, says the waters did something about the expanse. It's right here in my face. Why don't I just read it? But God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. So. Now, and then he goes on to he called the dry land earth, and he called the gathering of the water that had just happened seas. Now, I say this to say, I was reading that, and in my King James Bible, every single one of those 5 things that I just named to you, were capitalized letters, which to me meant I thought, wow, anytime you capitalize something, that's actually a name, and you really only name things that that are living, or we name our cars, yes, but that doesn't count. But it when you name a car, it takes on the personification of whom, what you named it. So technically speaking, I name, my computer, I call her a her, but I haven't named her. She's just a her. But some people name their mechanical objects, and it's still a personification of what a human would do, or the characteristics of something that is living, that is breathing, that is moving. He named all of them things. So to me, that meant they were actual living entity. The day is a living entity. The night is a living entity. The earth and the seas and the heaven, they're living entities. Do you get that? That it's, we are so eco-friendly, and I'm a tree hugger. I am. But I'm a everybody hugger. Ha! But I'm a tree hugger. And so for me to realize that the environment, like seriously, like for real, for real, for real, the environment is living because he named it Earth. That's its name. I figured out Adam. I was looking for him when he named Adam, and he didn't name Adam. Adam wasn't his name. Adam was who what that was who he was. He was a first man, or when I went to looking up the name Adam and what it meant, it said one part of it was Adama, which was earth. I think that is earth. And then there's another part, the Adam was basically, it meant dirt man, or the readiness of the clay man. That's who he was. I mean, so I thought that was a name. Now, Eve actually got a name that meant, who she was, but for the most part, Adam, that wasn't his name, that was who he was. So going back, everything